wealth is wealth and fame, great big ears and a big long name. But our Marc Emery, he takes the spot. The whole world knows he's the Prince of Pot. He's the Prince of Pot. He's the Prince of Pot. Now shy, he's not. He gives it all he's got.
And welcome to another episode of The Prince of Pot. And today, my lovely wife and editor, Jodie, and I will be talking about our fabulous new issue. So take over from me.
Cannabis Culture, number 68, is now available at hemp stores, and subscribers will be getting their copy in the next week or two. It'll be on American newsstands sometime soon. I think Mark can fill you in on when that might be.
It will be on newsstands about November 14th in the United States, and in Canada it'll be on newsstands around November 7th. Subscribers already have their copy on their way, and they'll come next week in the first week of November. And
there's a preview online at cannabisculture.com of the issue Your Next President on Drugs, where we review every candidate running for president of the United States and where they stand on the drug war.
And if you go to cannabisculture.com, or rather our MySpace, myspace.com/cannabisculture, you will find that we have a video attached to every one of the 17 candidates running for president as to what they have said to people on camera about medical marijuana and legalizing marijuana. So that article starts out in this issue and concludes at our MySpace and on
Cannabis Culture. And this is Amsterdam Living, the history of Vancouver, including all of Mark's history and before then. We also have a great fashion shoot of hemp clothing, which you never thought would look so good, but it's clothing that you might actually want to wear.
And a pictorial worthy of Vogue. Or Harper's Bazaar, as Jodie and I read.
Yeah, we've got a great centerfold by Cartoon Bob, our in-house artist, a map of Vancouver, meant for the stoner to
all the cool places you can go in Vancouver.
Cool places
no, not even probably all of them, but a good chunk of them anyway.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious, and you can spend hours while you're stoned looking at this map and finding all sorts of cool things in there that even we haven't noticed yet.
And we've got an article on glass blowers in Vancouver. We've got Tommy Chong writing about his history in Vancouver.
That guy was a hardcore rock and roller troublemaker guy, that Tommy Chong.
We've got some grow pictures from Humboldt County.
Yeah, a new magazine out in California called Humboldt Grow. And we like to encourage that. We think all competition for communicating cannabis consciousness is a great thing, and God knows we need more than just High Times and Skunk magazine. So along with Cannabis Culture magazine, there's Humboldt Grow now.
And this is our Amsterdam Living, so you can find out what Vancouver's like right now in 2007.
This guy, Barry Cooper, and his fabulous wife, his fabulous, lovely wife, Candy, they spent a week here and totally got Vancouverized. So they, if anything, represent the transformation that happens when you come to Lotus Land here on the West Coast, or Left Coast, they call it. And you've
probably read his articles in our recent issues, and he continues to.
And his best one he's ever written is in this one. It's a fabulous one showing how police so routinely violate our privacy, our Fourth Amendment rights, not to be subject to unreasonable search and seizure. He talks about all the different ways cops break these laws, violate your privacy, ruin your lives, destroy families.
And Mark interviewed him on Pot TV. You've probably seen those videos.
Yeah, that's
so
my
you
other
want to
Prince of
check
Pot
that
show.
out. Next thing about videos, though, is the Prince of Pot movie made about him last year. It premiered at the Vancouver Film Festival. We've talked about that before. But it also showed on TV nationwide.
October
Canada.
23rd and 27th. Seven showings for a total of 1 million viewers here in Canada.
It was an excellent response. CBC is so thrilled, and the producers or the owners of the video are agreeing to put it on a DVD because there's so much demand from the rest of the world.
And we have one in French subtitles for Quebec and a DVD for sale in the United States. And we're promoting it right now to television stations in the United States, local cable access. Anybody can buy the rights to air the movie,
so
Prince of Pot US versus Marc Emery, anywhere from just $2,000 to $7,000.
So contact your local TV station and tell them there's a great movie you think your place would be interested in, because it does have a lot of American aspects.
And
but if you want to see it online because you just can't wait, you can go to youtube.com/princeofpot. Links to that are also put on Pot TV, so you can take a watch of that. But we also also have the extradition battle, which is, of course, part of what the movie is about, including marijuana drug war, the United States.
Our next hearing is January 21st.
Yeah, and the United States influence in Canada. But if you've been following along, you'll notice I have something new online at noextradition.net. It's a pamphlet, a 3-folded pamphlet that's nice and easy to hand out. It's got all the information, email addresses, the important websites, and especially the important phone numbers to call our Justice Minister in Canada, Rob Nicholson. So that number will appear right here on the bottom of the screen. You can call up and say no extradition for the BC3. So come Vancouver.
And we're going to need that support because they're sounding very hard line. The Canadian government's only today announced that they will not try and get a Canadian who's sentenced to be executed in the United States. We don't have capital punishment in Canada. We haven't had it for 30 some odd years, and it's very unusual for our government not to protest when a foreign country is going to execute a Canadian. And our government now is adopting a more hardline, Bush-light conservative attitude, and they're now harder on pot people and harder on all these kind of so-called crime and justice issues.
And even though the crime rates in Canada are going down according to all statistics, the government is pushing for get tough on crime, things are bad, shootings are happening. And I'll tell you, they are happening, but it's because of prohibition, not because of drugs. So let's have a bong hit.
All right.
And I want to show you again Harry Pothead. If you haven't been tuning in to Dana Larson's shows, he's reading out every chapter of his excellent Harry Potter parody, Harry Pothead. Say that 5 times fast.
It's a great book. I edited, and I say that, not really a substantial editing, but I had to read it 4 times. And I went through it, and I found it delightful. Each of those 4 times, I would find things that I had not really noticed in my previous readings.
And
there's a lot of clever insider jokes if you've read Harry Potter. And if you haven't read Harry Potter, but you love marijuana, you are going to so love this. This is going to be a classic that we're going to be passing down from decades from now. Generations are going to be collecting the Harry Pothead series. We have 5 more coming by Dana Larson. A total of 6 books in the Harry Pothead series, and you're going to love it. You want to give it out for Christmas. Order it from us here at cannabisculture.com, or find it on newsstands. You know what? It just hit the newsstands in the United States this week.
Awesome.
It is only on right now on newsstands. So Harry Potter is making its debut right as we speak, probably about 2 days ago on Wednesday.
So go pick it up and make sure you get the new issue as soon as possible. You can pre-order it online by going to cannabisculture.com/news store. It has all the products. The main page has the new issue posted with all the contents and the articles this has.
Today is November 2nd. Right now you can get Harry Pothead on newsstands. Our magazine is not on newsstands for another 2 weeks, but you can get it in U.S. hemp stores. It's all in the hemp stores, head shops across America right now and across Canada. So thanks for all your support for our magazine, for my no extradition case. Buy my movie, The Prince of Pot, U.S. versus Marc Emery. Get it on a U.S. television station. See it online at youtube.com, Prince of Pot, and we'll see you next show.
Ooh, it's smoky in here.